You're probably like, what the heck is going on here, huh?
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, today is going to be the most important stream I've ever done, first of all. And I want to say thank you for doing this, seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get some good ratings today.
We're gonna get some good ratings. I just stopped playing it as much, and I just wanted to get to the IRL scene. So what I would do was I would just do like collaborations with other people. Oh, what up, bro? You just popped in without fucking.
Man, fuck it, nigga. What you got going?
Like for example, like you see now.
I met my.
What you saying, bro?
Smash your forehead.
Somebody smells like shit!
So throughout your career, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Ooh.
It's becoming undeniable the influence Adin Ross has had on the whole streaming scene in 2025. He's paved the way for many of your favorite creators, iShowSpeed, Marlon, Lacey, and it's also evident he has built a streaming empire so extensive that he's one of the richest young people to ever exist. This guy has literally had sit-downs with the president, featured controversial personality Andrew Tate, as well as rapper after rapper. Don't get it twisted, he's also been the focal point of a lot of controversy, from platforming white supremacists and having homophobic slurs said on his streams to repeatedly getting banned on Twitch.
I just got banned on Twitch. I'm not as mad and devastated as I would be.
But after all this was said and done, Adin somehow manages to find his way into our feeds. Then that begs the question, how?
As of right now, bro, like I've just been having people come to my house, and I've just been having, you know, motherfuckers like just like I'll react to shit, and it's crazy because now everybody on Twitch, bro, is reacting to my shit because I've just been going crazy with content lately, beef with rappers, beef with fucking streamers now. It's crazy, bro. Like every week is just something new about Adin Ross, and it's just like, wow, like it's just I can't catch a break, I swear to God.
If I were to bring you back in time to 2018, prime Fortnite, diss track era, and whatever you want to call this.
I'll be Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be Bastion.
Nerf Bastion.
You're Edsel Winston.
I wanna be Winston.
The truth is, at the time, streaming and gaming were pretty much synonymous. Hell, even streaming and Fortnite were almost the same thing. You might remember watching Ninja, Myth, and Daquan and attempting to crank like them on Fortnite before you inevitably fail and get sent back to the lobby. Gamers owned streaming. Yeah, we had the occasional just chatting streamer, but let's be honest, nobody was watching those, and if they were, it definitely wasn't for the chatting. But there was one streamer, someone who documented the unruliness of his real life on stream, the first of his kind. He went by the name of Ice Poseidon, and in 2017/18, he made more than a name for himself. With his daring stunts and entertaining ideas, viewers are captivated by the natural chaos that dictated his streams.
Here's the deal. Have you ever had a childhood where you're like doing like hide and seek?
How old are you?
Well, I'm not a child, but he's with me, so.
Okay, got it. I'm going to talk to you one adult to another.
Okay.
Let's be honest. You're on private property. Whatever. Now, there are crime issues here, right? So, we kind of got to watch out for things.
Sure.
So that's why it says private property, no trespassing. So when I see two people who don't belong on my private property because they're having issues before, I have every right to know what they're doing.
He was on top of the streaming game, but in the middle of 2017, his whole act would be forcefully reined in after one of his gimmicks went a step too far.
That someone made the call as a prank. It's something known as swatting. It basically gets like the SWAT team to show up when you've done nothing wrong.
We broke the news. Phoenix police searching an American Airlines plane at Sky Harbor. Police say an anonymous threat was called in. That threat wound up being not credible.
Ice was permanently banned from Twitch after a swatting at an airport, an obvious serious threat to public safety. And just like that, his whole existence online was wiped. Mind you, it didn't only affect him. IRL content, especially ones that thrived on public discourse, became a sort of unwritten no-no on Twitch. So from 2017 to 2020, no one really dabbled in that space, opting to stick to more guideline-friendly content like gaming. But imagine you're a teenager, yearning for notoriety in a field you know you specialize in. You wouldn't let no community guidelines stop your greatness, would you? And with one of the creators in your sub-niche now gone, there was a lot to prove. Big shoes to fill. We didn't know it yet, but this would make room for one of the internet's most viral phenomena.
I realized when I started streaming on Twitch that I could really make this a living. I would say senior year in high school, you know, it was the second half of senior year, right after winter break, Christmas break. And I knew to myself, like, hey, it's time to stop effing around. If you really want to make a career out of this, you got to do it now. You can't wait till after you graduate because it's more pressure and you're going to have to get a job and all these things. So I knew at that point, I was like, okay, it's time to lock in. I didn't go to my high school prom. You know, I missed out on a lot of opportunities with my friends, a lot of field trips. I was actually going to miss my graduation, believe it or not. So
the year is 2020. The world is changing, and so is the internet. In the chaos of lockdowns and uncertainty, a new generation of online stars is born. Adin was like thousands of other aspiring streamers, searching for that spark. He was good at games, sure, but so were a lot of people. During his senior year in high school, he vowed to stay dedicated to streaming. He's seen himself caught up in this predictable landscape. The games he was playing didn't set him apart from any other of his peers, making him a grain in sand, pretty much unnoticeable. Then, he discovered the power of using his personality as the focal point of his streams, and it changed everything.
Their dog is so cute.
Really? You know, that's why you're pretty too. Pretty goddamn ugly.
Nah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
She flipped you
I'm
off.
sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah, though, the dog, you know what? You want to meet the dog?
IRL pranks, freestyles, and just general conversations, wherever he broadcasted, hundreds of thousands of people tuned in. He had Blueface, Tory Lanez, and literally Drizzy Dre himself on his streams. Now, I'm not saying he created having guests on stream, but you'd be straight up lying if you said Adin didn't popularize a format that we see some of the biggest streamers utilize today. Still not convinced? Well, we'll come back to that later. By the end of 2020, Adin Ross wasn't just a streamer, he was a phenomenon. Early 2021 marked a turning point. Adin's streams of NBA 2K with LeBron James gained massive traction, averaging hundreds of thousands of viewers. Adin became addicted to bridging the gap, whether it's between the sports industry and the music industry. They'd come on stream and show their personality to the masses. This hooked people to Adin's streams, as they got to see a different side to their favorite sports athlete or musician that they don't normally get to see.
You two ladies are incredible. Thank you for... Alright, never mind.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
Never mind. Alright, girls, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
But with the fame came the controversies, the critics, and challenges of staying on top. This is just the beginning of the story. Now, it would be misleading. Scratch that, it would be a straight up lie if I said Adin Ross was not problematic. He's definitely an edgelord, the problem child. His journey to the top wasn't smooth sailing, controversy after controversy, but somehow it didn't fully stop his ascent to the top. I've already briefly mentioned his more than questionable guests, but that and his own antics would lead to a lengthy list of Twitch bans. Eventually, after a long series of mess ups on Twitch, he would move over to the unhinged streaming platform Kick, just opening a whole other can of worms. After he moved to Kick, Adin just got more and more unruly. He was literally gambling on stream, collaborated with Hugh who must not be named, and literally showing corn on screen while streaming. And what do you do if you're Adin Ross getting away with all this on a site that is notorious for having laid back guidelines? You just keep pushing the boundaries.
Who's ready to watch porn? I'm pulling up right now. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up right now, bro.
For years, streaming was synonymous with gaming. Platforms like Twitch were dominated by players showcasing their skills. But something shifted. The focus moved from the game to the gamer. And at the forefront of this transformation was Adin Ross. The transition began subtly. Streamers started incorporating personal elements into their broadcasts, sharing anecdotes, reacting to videos, and engaging directly with their audience. Figures like IShowSpeed, Lacey, and Marlon that I mentioned at the start of the video exemplified this shift. IShowSpeed, known for his explosive reactions and unfiltered personality, turned everyday moments into viral content. Adin took the foundation laid by gaming streams and amplified the personality aspect. He incorporated real-life interactions, controversial guests, and unfiltered conversations into his streams, which, if we're being honest, even with all the controversy, we'd be lying if we said we're not entertained. Adin's success paved the way for a new generation of streamers who prioritize personality over gameplay. Now, to make this clear, this is not to say others haven't worked hard for their success. Of course they did. But like any structure, it doesn't exist without the blueprint.
Hey Dylan, how you doing?
Adin Ross says you're the #1 streamer on Twitch, man. How does it feel to be number one?
I've really only been doing this shit for like a year and a half, so I'm not gonna say that I'm #1. But I'm coming for the #1 spot though.